What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTubeverse? Once again, back with the tank. It's actually gotten a lot better since I even last talked about it, because I keep scooping these dudes by the handful at least once a day. Also ran into a bit of a problem with the duckweed. So they've been starting to gather up some algae and stuff and clump together in some spots. So I did have to clear a bunch off the top. And in fact, right here, these clumps is more of that. So when you see dark green like this under your duckweed, it is clumping together because there is string algae literally attaching itself to all of its roots and stuff. The duckweed, the fresh good duckweed I just took out from the bucket out there, you want your duckweed to be more spaced out like this. You want the roots not to be tangled up or anything, and that way you're not going to have the issue of if algae does start getting on some of them, it's not going to stretch to a bunch of them like all this in here. So this is a bit of a thing, but I honestly did have to clear out some of that duckweed. The Anacharis is growing in. Those are a lot of shoots, those skinnier ones. The dark, thicker ones there, those are the ones that got put in. So they're growing in quick. And then even in some cases, I think the roots have already started, like, so they'll grow like these little white root things that will start turning into other strings of Anacharis and start growing leaves. So the big dark leafy guys that look like that shoot off little bits that look thin and spindly like that, but you can see the plant is starting to sprout leaves and everything. So hopefully here in the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna see more of these guys nice and big and leafy like that. And then so everyone is still doing good fish-wise. I was just messing with the duckweed, so we got a little bit of a cherry blossom flow effect on the water right now. Hopefully it's a nice little aesthetic, but I was working on the tank. It's a cloudy day, and I noticed that the lighting didn't really have a lot of glare, so you're seeing the tank as it is during the daytime. I don't like recording at night too much because these poor dudes, more than half the tank is diurnal, which means daytime. Nocturnal is nighttime, and if you didn't know, there's a third thing called crepuscular, and that is pretty much how a cat would sleep, pretty much randomly throughout the day. Mostly active during dusk and dawn are crepuscular creatures. Otherwise, the moss, I put moss in there too. The light is kind of showing a little bit of a difficult, there's a nice little clump there wrapped around the wood, and it's just going to keep growing in. You can actually see a ghost shrimp kind of crawling on top of it. Ghost shrimp, or shrimp in general, of the smaller species, such as Charis or Rillis, aka the Neocarandina, are also really good cleaners. Amano shrimp are amazing cleaners, and they do get a little bit bigger than your average ghost shrimp does even. Unless you get some sort of ghost shrimp that has a bit of a gigantism, and they call those colossal or giant. I've heard them called a couple different things. But you can get a bigger ghost shrimp, and they're not huge. I mean, they're about the length of what a full-grown betta fish might be. I've seen pictures with that. But mostly females, because with the shorter fins and all. The big fin male betta probably is. But I'm going to show you guys, yeah, how much you're looking up here. Okay. So you can see how the roots and stuff have kind of like tangled, like there's that just schmutz, the best way to say, stretched across. And I am going to fix what you see right here, this going on. That's going to get put back in place too. The water's been moved around a lot right now, and I'm still scooping. So I'm getting more snails out while I'm doing this, and I'm taking care of this while doing this. And I'm doing this video and telling you all about this because I promised I'll show you guys step by step as things go on. There's Summers resting on the Anacharis. As things go on, I will show you how the tank clears, because there are videos that are back before I turn this into a dark water tank. I like calling it dark water. I know the common terminology is black water, but it looks more like a nice tea than anything black. I've seen black water. It happens when you get your charcoal in the wrong spot in the tank and it kind of leaks into your water. That's a black water tank. This is more like a tea color. So I like to call it a dark water tank, or tannins or whatnot. I guess the more proper way would be a tank with tannins. Would be I guess the most astute form of saying such a thing. But yeah, the shrimp are doing good too. Now we're seeing a lot more of them, and I can talk more about the ghost shrimp species, because I had someone, like I said, not too long ago, a younger man, probably early 20s, late teens. He was asking me if we had Neocarandina. I said, I'm sorry, man, we don't carry any really, or any other cherry shrimps, and I do apologize for that. And the reason why a lot of stores won't do that, unless they're a big time fish store. I'm gonna flip it around real quick. No, we don't have to, because everyone's being active right now. But see, I don't plan anything. You know what? Teased you. I am flipping it around. What's up? But I don't want to put too much, because they can tell when I'm looking at them and whatnot, the yo-yos especially. So I'm going to give them a break from me gawking at them pretty much. Let me grab my coffee right here, dude. Ah, nice coffee. Delicious. That's Aria and Viola squawking and squeaking in there in the room. When my roommate's not here, I don't put the pillows out or nothing so I can hear them nice and good. I like hearing them so I can know how they're doing. But I understand not everyone's a bird person, so, you know, when the roommate's here, I put the pillows up and whatnot. And I'm usually gone on Saturday, but back on Sunday. So, as you can see, the fish tank is doing great. I'm going to have to do more work on it before I have to do stuff at work, at my other job, like my real job, the job that pays me right now. And I got to clean up Scabbers over there. He needs a clean up real bad. I have to clean up at least once a week with that kind of enclosure, even though I take him out to play in his playpen and everything. Here, let me show you real quick, actually. I'm always not afraid to show you guys the messy side of things. And I always show you the mess, and you get to see videos when they're clean. But it's a chore. You got to do it. Also, I need to turn Lady's light on. My goodness, I'm sorry, Lady. So that Scabbers is his enclosure. It's not a very big one compared to what I like. I would like to have levels for him. But he was an adoption. His tail at the end is a little snipped, a little short. And he did have bites and scars and things. Yes, you did, buddy. You got in a fight. Yes, you did. And because of that, he was also very nervous when it comes to other animals being in his enclosure or near him. He's never reacted well when trying to be introduced to other creatures. So he is a lone rat for that reason. But he loves people. He's over here getting excited, thinking he's going to get a treat or get some time out, which he is going to do. But I'm going to finish this video real quick. Scabbers, I will get you in a couple minutes. But this is about a week's worth of mess for a rat in an enclosure this size. I would say this is not the ideal enclosure. I do like the ones that have the ramps and stuff, like the stuff you would use for chinchilla. I feel like those might be the best. But I have this playpen thing that I keep folded up right here. Check this out. I got the wire draped over it. Trust me, I pull that wire up. But I just pull this out. I drop a blanket under this. And he's good to go. And he runs around. I watch him. I have to watch him. He can climb that thing. So sometimes he runs around on the couch over here and everything. And as long as I'm watching him and I have all the wires pulled up, I don't mind. He loves hanging out. He loves running around, sitting. He don't sit very still very often. He's an active little dude. Once he gets out there, he gets going. I even caught him a couple times where he made it down the floor and started running around in the living room floor. But he didn't get far because that's why you watch your animals. You don't leave them unattended. And you always make sure double, triple, quadruple check that they are locked up and that they are good for the time that you will be gone for. This is why they always say be careful what the animals you take in should be like, you know. If you're not going to be home a lot, don't get something that's going to be high maintenance. You might want to get yourself like, I know not a lot of people are snake people, but man, they can go like a couple weeks without eating once they're full grown, and that's not even starving them. So... And they don't need a lot of water, so as long as you have someone to refresh a water dish, if you're going to be gone multiple times of a day for long periods of the day where you're not going to be there, if you have a roommate or some family member who will do it, or if you're going to be on vacation. I don't take a lot of vacations. I'm not out a lot, so I keep a lot of these animals. And I have not refreshed any of the animals that have passed or anything, so I do consider... It was a wonderful experience working with all those different creatures and stuff, and there's videos about all of them and stuff, shorts and whatnot. You can just go way back and see all sorts of stuff with my worst camera, and it's not so good quality as compared to what we got with this nicer camera that I'm still paying off for, that I was supposed to get trade-in for, but they didn't do the trade-in thing or something. I don't know. I must have missed something on a loophole, but here we are. Nice new phone, though. That's to record fun videos for you guys and everything. And with that, I think that's everything I wanted to catch you guys up on real quick animal-wise right now. I'll be making another video or short again tomorrow. I didn't do one yesterday because, man, I was tired and I woke up not feeling good. I got me some tum-tum issues, and sometimes it can just leave me pain all on my left side, just like pretty much for the day. So, you know, I'm good now, though. So I don't want to be in front of you all like, don't do this, this sucks. Not saying it, but then it's, you know, my face and stuff. You don't want to see that. We're all going through it. You come in here just to get a nice little uplift, and that's cool. And that's cool, because me doing this uplifts me too. So we're both getting something out of it when we do this. So thank you for watching. I hope that you all have a wonderful time. As always, like I said in my description, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you haven't done any of those things, watching till the end here is super dope as well. So, if you do like what you see, and you have seen more videos than this one, I'm going to do more videos like this. This is just kind of my style, guys. This is my vibe. So I'm going to be doing it like this. It's going to be a lot with the animals and stuff. It's Hippie Nick. My name's Nick. I'm a hippie. And I take care of animals for a living. You know? That's my job. It's my career, in a sense. Like, I have a dream to make it a career. And that's with an animal sanctuary. But we do it one step at a time. Because I didn't find this dream of mine until a few years ago, when I realized that the whole music thing and whatnot wasn't going to work. And I just kind of floated through life for a bit. So, there we are. And thank you. Peace out.